On this episode of My Swing Evolution, I'm going to head to Palm Springs to play a round of golf with Cub Swanson, the #2 ranked featherweight in the UFC.
I never played a game of golf in my life before a year ago.
And then the guys at Powerbilt are going to have me come in for a custom driver fitting. So stay tuned. So I am zipping down the freeway, headed out to the desert to hook up with one of the best martial artists in the world, Cub Swanson. He's the #2 rated featherweight fighter in the UFC right now. He's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's a fantastic boxer and kicker. And he's also a golfer, so we're going to be teeing it up. And I'm also going to be hooking up with Ross, the president of Powerbilt. Powerbilt sent me the Air Force One driver, and they also sponsor Cub Swanson. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to meet up with him at the True MMA gym, and then we're planning on hitting the links.
My name's Cub Swanson, and I'm a UFC featherweight, and that's what I do for a living, is fight. I'm currently ranked #2 in the world, and steadily climbing.
You train with Tim Bradley and guys like that? Mm-hmm. What level is that like, hands-wise, compared to what you see in the MMA world?
Well, my training partners are faster, and they hit harder than the guys I fight. Not only here at the boxing gym, but even when I go back to Albuquerque, I'm sparring, Donald Cerrone, and it's just, the cream of the crop.
How long have you been golfing?
I've been golfing about a year now, but I've been playing at least once a week, just casually playing it as a hobby.
Is it fun?
Oh, I have a good time. It can be frustrating at times, but in the beginning, obviously, it was more frustrating because I pride myself in being good at whatever I do. But it's becoming very fun.
All right, I'm out here at the Palms. This is a beautiful golf course, and as you can see, it's named the Palms for a reason. There's a lot of palm trees here. Right, we're here at the Palms. I'm here with Sam. Ross. How you doing? And my main man, Killer Cub Swanson.
What's up, man?
Ready to play?
Oh, of course.
Let's go do it.
Just fine.
Hey, bro, we got the same driver? Let me see the bottom of it.
No, I have the older one.
Pretty cool. How do you like it?
Boy, I like it, especially because it's got my logo on it. So it's special for me.
Man, when am I going to get a logo?
Good hit.
Let's go try and find these things. My main man Cub just pounced on a drive. Dude, you crushed that ball. This is pretty awesome playing with Cub. I've been a fan for a long time, and he fights like I wish I could fight. Very similar style, but he's just way better at it. You don't start doing black belt level techniques when you're a white belt because you're going to be sloppy. You'll develop bad habits, and you don't want to do that yet. But golf, people just go crazy on the ball and think that maybe 1 out of 10 they hit great, and they're like, I've got it now. And
Yeah.
like, no, you don't, dude.
Yeah, and that's been my biggest issue. Is I have so much explosiveness for my training that it's very hard for me to ease back, because my mentality is wind up, go, so that's been an issue for me, is to to get myself to relax and to get a better rhythm. But you know, I'm picking it up. I'm doing pretty well. I shoot consistently now, 90 or under.
How does martial arts and golf, how are they related to you? Do you see any similarities?
Oh, just you're never going to get it the first time. But you relax and just enjoy it, but keep working. I might get frustrated on a shot, but I'm instantly right back. Like, it doesn't affect my whole game, you know what I mean? And I pride myself on that. And I think that's my background, my martial arts background. And then as far as training, all the crazy training I do for MMA allows me to be explosive when my game is on, and I can hit the ball far.
Dude! You hit that 200 yards.
For 7?
Yeah, I mean literally. That's 50 yards.
Sometimes I do that. I'm trying to swing not so strong, but sometimes I forget. That was my bad.
200 yard 7-iron, you know, that's what the MMA guys do.
There you go.
The biggest thing that's helped me to learn so fast is my golf coach Sam would try to give me all these crazy, you know, sayings, and I'd be like, I don't understand what you're saying. And then he'd say, well, just turn your left hip a little more. Okay, why didn't you say that? I know my body, and I can make the adjustment instantly. Whereas other people, you know when you teach martial arts the first time, you're like, okay, use your right hand, and they're like, your right hand. You're like, geez. So for me, knowing my body so well and being in shape, I'm able to take you know, constructive criticism and apply it right away.
Balance is so important in a golf swing.
Yeah.
And when you see people who aren't good golfers, they're always losing their balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the same with fighting, and that's why we've been able to translate some things back and forth, is in fighting as well, with balance. Well, for me, it's like, yes, I don't lift as much weight as you, but the weight that I lift can be transferred on each leg individually. You can put me on one leg, I will be just as strong as I am on two, because I practice that way, and so that I'm equally effective everywhere I'm at every angle, because that's the way I train, so that I can always hit you. And you can only hit me when you turn, set, and strike. For me, I can hit you from anywhere, so I have the advantage.
I was hitting my driver really great today, so Ross and his friend Sam invited me to come over to Sam's shop that he has out here in Palm Desert to check out the specs on my driver. I don't know what the numbers are on it. I've never hit it on a TrackMan or anything, but I'm really excited to check this out. One thing I'm trying to do is not turn into Gorilla Chris. I just want to put my swing on it.
We just played 18 holes. We're in here now looking at the launch monitor. We're seeing what's going on the spin rates. This right here, you want more like this. Not, that's kind of climbing up right there. You know, you typically hit a 9.5. We got you to 10.5. Ours hits a little bit, our launch angle is usually a little bit lower, but your swing, the way you get through it, I think we do need to look at a 9.5.
9.5 with a little bit of a softer tip.
So basically what we want to do is just work on that flight trajectory and work on that spin rate. And it's a pretty simple fix.
Look how high you hit. Yeah, 50 yards in the air. They keep all their shots, all their irons at 30. all their woods at 30 yards. So you're hitting it high.
Okay, this is a really interesting thing. I'm sitting here hitting clubs, and I just popped this driver about 55 yards in the air, and talking to Sam, our expert here, he said all the pros keep it to 30 yards. Now this is the important thing. I heard a story that Ben Hogan liked to hit balls on this one range that had these trees that are about 90 feet high, and he said he wanted every ball to fly that high.
Look, this is TrackMan has put together, you know, in their scope of all their pros, and these are their averages. Look at the maximum height and how they
Holy
30. This one is the most dynamic number on this whole page, is how high they hit every club. It's all reaching out for 30, drops, 30, drop, 30, drop.
Hogan was right the whole time, just intuitively.
Yep.
That's incredible. And I
think he had a TrackMan in his head. Can you, now that's under 40.
Do you think I should go lower than 9.5?
I really think that we can work with the 9.5, play with your Motori F3, the Beta shaft. If we want to upgrade you, we can look at like the Oban or the Kiyoshi shafts. Those really will help bring that spin rate down. I mean, you're getting through the ball great, you know, those aren't the issues. We always preach the custom fitting and the fitness aspect. So you've got the fitness side, you've got the swing, and you know, we'll dive in. I think today we saw it a few times where you're hitting it great, but it floats a little. That's just, and now we come back and we see the spin rate.
Let's go.
Everybody looks at that. It's a bat.
So I think we'll play with loft and play with some tips on the shafts and get you dialed in.